I am Professor Omeh Obasi Ngwoke. I feel honored to have been asked to speak about Professor Charles Ekwusiaga Nnolim. Professor Nnolim has many parts to him, but I choose to speak on three parts: his intellectualism, his high sense of humor, and then discipline. Concerning his intellectualism, I don't know, naturally, I think he is a cerebral human being, and his training at the feet of the masters enabled him to grasp the rudiments of literature so very well. In fact, let me inform that Professor Nnolim schooled at the prestigious Catholic University of America in Washington, D.C. And being a cerebral child, I think he was able to grasp all he needed to do well as an academic. And because of what God had endowed him with, he was able to succeed and then make a name for himself. Now, going to the aspect of his humor, I may not be able to talk about his humor in isolation of his intellectualism, because when he is teaching, when he's writing, you see that element of humor coming in. In fact, his work, his teaching, his classes were a melange of intellectualism and humor. Professor Nnolim will leave you laughing and laughing and laughing at intervals as the teaching is going on, so that when you are in class, you are relaxed. There is no tension, because when the teaching is getting so deep, he will introduce one joke that will make everybody relax. In fact, that is how his life, even in his ordinary life, he mixes seriousness with laughter, with jokes. No wonder the title of his inaugural lecture sums it up. The main title is Ridentem Dicere Verum. That is Latin expression which he borrowed from Horace's poetry, which means I say the truth, laughing. Professor Nnolim taught literature laughing. Now, talking about his discipline, Professor Nnolim was discipline personified. Professor Nnolim lived above board as far as discipline as a lecturer was concerned. He never compromised his duties as a lecturer. In fact, if you wanted to learn discipline, what it takes to be a lecturer, you wanted to go to Professor Nnolim. Some of us looked up to him. In fact, he and another lecturer called Professor Madoka were our epitomes of righteousness as far as the profession of teaching or lecturing was concerned. He lived above board. He never compromised anything, irrespective of what pressure he found himself in. When they looked for excellence in the University of Port Harcourt, they came to Professor Nnolim. In fact, he was well known across the length and breadth of the University of Port Harcourt and beyond. In fact, he's oscillating back to his intellectualism right now. He was so good that he received the award of the Fellow of Nigerian Academy of Letters. He was so good that the university recognized him with so many awards. Professor Nnolim was so good in what he did that fellow lecturers, even of his generation, feared him, because when he blended intellectualism with discipline, he was out of this world. So, those who had criminal tendencies never wanted to come close to Professor Nnolim, because he was so blunt. He would tell you the way it is. He feared no man, just as he didn't fear literature. No matter the size of the literature, so no matter the size of any man, he told you to your face where you were going wrong. Because he lived above board, he wanted everyone to live above board. And in so doing, he stepped on some toes, as you may have heard. But he kept on living the life of a true academic. He was a symbol of intellectualism, a symbol of humor, and a symbol of discipline. So we in the intellectual world, especially in the University of then specifically in the Department of English Studies, we will miss him. We will miss him so dearly. And of course, our solace rests in the fact that the Bible says that on the last day we shall meet again. Adieu, Professor Charles Ekwusiaga Nnolim.